What up, world? Welcome to another episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janeau Show. Social media platforms: Instagram, Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all of those social media platforms. Trying to get some traction for sports on my Instagram again. So that's starting to get some things going. My TikTok is starting to do some things. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy those, man. Go follow me on all those social media platforms. Where you can also uh, follow me really is just my YouTube channel, Brian Janeau Show. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Brian Janeau Show. Uh, Comment, I do comment back. So yeah. So let's get into it, man. Let's do this, man. So last week I did a deep dive on AEW. For the past, saying this WrestleMania build has sucked, and now I'm starting to see people kind of now also be like, "Oh yeah, this match, yeah, this isn't. This is what I thought it would be." It, which is, you know, we've given Triple H his you know time to cook, as the young kids would say. We've given him his time to cook. And we are now 29 days away from WrestleMania. It would be, uh, well, yeah, 30 days was yesterday. So 29 days from WrestleMania. We are sitting here still debating, you know, this card. It doesn't feel like WrestleMania. It just doesn't. And we're trying to continuously give it a time, and we're like, wait a minute, it just when it was in February, we're like, wait a minute, let's just get it. It's in April, we got time. It just feels like this card is just not where it needs to be. I don't know what has happened. Um, you got half-ass storylines that's planned out. It really does feel like your focus. The main focus of Triple H has been Io, Rhea, Bianca. That's been the main focus. Who is Cody gonna fight? And now we know it's John Cena. That's been a focus because The Rock has been a part of that storyline. Punk Rollins and Roman, but even in that sense, that storyline has kind of also been a little bit dense and doesn't make fucking sense. But after that, it's like, what are we doing? Jane Gunther storyline, like I've said when it happened, I'm not like everybody else. I truly believe. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be 100% honest. If you swip the raw, if you if you swapped the Royal Rumble winners and the Elimination Chamber winners, you would have got the same thing. You could at least play for a month. John Cena being a face and Cody being the heel. I mean, John Cena being a face. And when the Elimination Chamber happened, John Cena hasn't picked, and he doesn't pick until the Elimination Chamber. And you could have did that angle with The Rock, and it would have still had the same impact. Bianca could have won the Royal Rumble, which I've been said just didn't make any goddamn sense for Charlotte to win the Royal Rumble, and I still don't feel that way. Even despite what happened last night, it's still fucking stupid for her to win the fucking Royal Rumble. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I think they believed that a couple of people was gonna come back around this time, and they haven't shown up. And so now they had to go in a different direction. But the storylines have sucked. WrestleMania build has sucked. We are literally a month away, literally 29 days away from WrestleMania, and I cannot tell y'all one match that I'm like, ooh shit, this gonna be the best match. I can't tell you one time. I can't tell you one. That's a damn shame. I can't tell you one match. One. I can give you one match. Cody and John, but that just feels like it needs something. Cena turning heel, great. Like I said, you pulled the rabbit out the hat. You got everybody to shut the fuck up for a week. Great. But you're not putting on TV. And like I say all the time, like I went at AEW for this shit last week. People going to AEW again this week for what they put on Wednesday. Did that need to happen on that show? Probably fucking not. But like I've been saying, ECW, the AEW thinks they're ECW. They think they're ECW, and they're fucking not. But if I'm gonna get on AEW's ass for bad TV, I'm gonna get on WWE's ass for bad fucking TV. I'm to the point now where I just put the shit on my phone and just and play the game, and I can just listen to the shit on my phone. Like I said, the John Cena and Cody segment was great for what it was. It was great for what it was, but you can feel the show after that kind of get quickened. Like they hurried the show up right after that angle, after that segment, and a lot of shit felt like it was out of place. Time restrictions on a lot of other matches when you're on fucking Netflix, which makes even way more sense that you're on fucking Netflix. You don't have to. You're literally on fucking Netflix. I don't understand the logic that you're like, we gotta do all this goofy shit. Like it's just I didn't understand that. AEW and WWE TV wise right now suck. They suck. Both suck. They suck. It's not good. I wish I could sit here and lie like everybody else, but it's not fucking good. SmackDown for 3 hours have been possibly the most dreadful 3 hours I've ever seen people dread watching wrestling in a minute. It's because they don't know what they're doing for 3 hours. With Raw, and this is what I've always said about SmackDown, even with a CM Punk, a Seth Rollins, and a Roman Reigns last night, that show felt too fucking long. That show felt too fucking long. It felt like, oh my god, can we just skip to the end? Can we just skip to Seth Roman? Why the fuck do you have Seth Roman and Punk? Why is Seth Roman and Punk the closing angle of a SmackDown? So you guys got no champion on SmackDown? The fuck is going on? I get that Netflix is giving y'all money and you have to no matter what just believe that you have to no matter what give uh Netflix all these fucking stars. But Jay and Gunther should be. I said this last week and I'll say it again. Jay and Gunther should be on fucking SmackDown. That storyline would probably fit better on SmackDown right now. And they're not even fucking contractually obligated to be on SmackDown. It would just be better because you can tell where the fan base is right now. You can tell who gives a fuck more. They care more about Cody and John than Jay and Gunther. And with already a guy that people have already been saying that doesn't deserve to be in that spot in Jay Uso, you have the nerve to then just put him in a position where now we're really seeing that he don't deserve to be in that spot. And here's the reason why I say he doesn't deserve to be in that spot. Because compared to John Cena and Cody Rhodes, that title match does not matter. Doesn't matter. It's a fucking moment. And that's all the fuck it's gonna be. That's all it is. While Cody and John Cena can literally shape the the new era of WWE moving forward. Is Cody going to lose? Is Cody going to win? If Cody wins, did this Cena heel turn mean anything? If Cena wins, does he stay heel the whole time? Because you can't just go heel, win the belt, and then say, okay, I won the belt, I'm good now, I'm happy now, I can be a face again. No, that's stupid. That's fucking dumb. That's very dumb. Why would you do that? That is the problem that I have with WWE right now. It's just like it's so many poking holes in these storylines. Jey Uso and Gunther, like I said, was a fucking lob. The problem with this lob is that we've seen it enough. We have seen this underdog come from out of nowhere type of energy. And listen, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that Jey Uso did not deserve to win the Royal Rumble. Do I think if you would have put John Cena as the winner and Jey Uso as the Elimination Chamber winner? Yeah, because then you could have had a month build, not a 2 month build from February to April to try to get us to care about Jey Uso when half the people, if Jey would have won the Elimination Chamber, some people would have been outraged, but at least he went through a trenches and he beat Punk, Seth, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Logan Paul. If you beat them five, and you won the Elimination Chamber, people would sit there and be like, I can rally behind him. There will be more fanfare around Jey Uso than there is right now. Not saying that fans don't fuck with him. Not saying people still don't do the yeet. It just feels like you gave people 2 months to care, and they're not giving a fuck. Again, great fucking moment, but we can kind of now see that's all the fuck they cared about. That's why they gave Jay the fucking yes. Is Jay over than a motherfucker? He is over than a son of a bitch. Is Jay over? He is super over. Is he one of the highest search sellers in the company? Yes. Merchandise sellers in the company? Yes. That's not the problem. The problem is when you compare his storyline of him going up against Gunther for the World Championship compared to John Cena going up against Cody, who has The Rock in his corner, and it's a lot of shit, bro. It's bad, man. It's bad. The storyline sucks because, and now I see they're trying to recorrect it. They're trying to correct it, but you should have been had Jimmy Uso in this fucking storyline. If that's where you were going with it. Jimmy Uso should have been in the storyline. Hell, yeah, Jimmy should have been in the storyline. You got a couple weeks to actually now do the Jimmy angle, but it's stupid to do it now. This WrestleMania build sucked. Last night was so another prime example of how you do not do that shit to somebody that you're trying to make a star. You put Tiffany in a fucking room, not in a crowd, not in the actual stadium with the people, not in the arena with the people. You had her and Charlotte cut promos against each other in a sit down. You can easily tell Tiffany was reading script. She was reading what they told her to say, which is okay, cool. And I see what the story is for Tiffany. The arc is that she's gonna drop the belt to Charlotte. There's no way around this shit no more. She's losing at WrestleMania. You have to lose at WrestleMania. It's not because of just that story. Not just because of what happened last night. They're trying to get you over as a face, and you beating Charlotte at WrestleMania won't make that make sense. You have to have something, a trial, a tribulation to your arc. I can easily see, and then on top of that, Charlotte saying last night that you only won the belt because of a briefcase, which plays into the Charlotte saying that you only won the belt because of a briefcase. It's true. It's fucking true. You did only win the belt because of a briefcase. It's not like you actually physically went out there and beat Nia Jax 1-on-1. You beat her on because she had a grueling match against Naomi. and you jumped in and stole it. But that's the thing. Yeah, you won the title because of a fucking briefcase. That's just the truth. She's gonna drop the belt to Charlotte at WrestleMania. I don't see how there's any way she. I've always said Tiffany needs to win this match, but now I have to watch what I just saw last night and just how the story is going. It feels like they want to make Tiffany a face. The only way you can make her a face is give her a story. She doesn't have a story. She has no road to redemption. She has no road to get the fans really on her side outside of just it's Tiffy time. People will feel extremely mad and pissed off that Charlotte not only just came back and won the Royal Rumble, but she beat Tiffany for the 15th title? For fucking what reason? What sense would that have made? That's what they want. And Tiffany's gonna probably win Queen of the Ring. And she's gonna win the Queen of the Ring, and she's gonna go and challenge Charlotte at SummerSlam, and she's gonna win about at SummerSlam. That's how that shit's gonna go. I can already tell you because you need a match. Now here's the problem with that. If Tiffany can stay healthy, that's it. If Tiffany can stay healthy, then Tiffany should definitely go into Queen of the Ring and win Queen of the Ring. But there's no way around this anymore. Tiffany's gonna lose to Charlotte. Tiffany's gonna lose to Charlotte. There's no way around this. I thought I was tripping. Like, nah, man, Tiffany cannot lose to Charlotte. But they're trying to make her. They are so predicated on making her a face more than her keeping the belt, and that's the fucking problem. You're starting to see them kind of fuck up with that scenario because they're trying to make her a sympathetic face. They're trying to just make her a face. They're trying to get her over with the fans. But if you actually listen to the fans, she's already over. They don't need to do this. But they're going to give Charlotte the belt. Tiffany's going to lose, and her arc, her redemption tour is going to start at the rest of the year until she gets to SummerSlam in New York, where she finally beats Charlotte. She finally beats her, takes the belt back, and now Tiffany will be the face of the women's division that y'all need. Especially if, let's say, Bianca goes heel. When you need another face, you need a captivating face. You need somebody that can kind of get everybody on their side. Tiffany's the right person to do that. Somewhat, I should say. But Tiffany's gonna lose at WrestleMania. Like there's no way around this. There's no way around this. I was like, yo, I can't believe they would. That's stupidity. Every fiber in my being would tell me as a wrestling fan, the new hot shit should not lose to the old grizzly veteran. That just makes no fucking sense. If you're trying to pass the torch, pass it at WrestleMania. That makes way more fucking sense. But that's not what's gonna happen. Charlotte's gonna beat Tiffany because of what you saw last night, and also how they're telling this fucking story. It's so fucking Charlotte centric. It's like Charlotte's gonna always get the one up, and Charlotte. That's another reason. Charlotte's always getting the one up on Tiffany. It doesn't matter what Tiffany says, does. Charlotte's the one that gets the last word. Charlotte's the one that always gets the, and that's just the truth. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I don't understand that, man. I'm sorry. That is just stupid to me. Like I said, every fiber in my being would tell me wrestling, wrestling. Wrestling. If you're gonna pass the torch, you pass it on the beach that you have, and that's WrestleMania. But that's not what the fuck is gonna happen. It's not. I think Tiffany's gonna lose to Charlotte, and Charlotte's gonna win a 15 title, and then Tiffany's gonna go on this face. He's gonna mold her and get her into the fire more, and make her into a better wrestler, and more into the promos. And by SummerSlam, they're gonna fight again, and she's gonna beat her at SummerSlam. That's fucking stupid. I wouldn't do that, but it's fucking WWE, man. It's fucking WWE. What can I say? Don't matter if it's Triple H or Vince. Charlotte's gonna always be on top. Doesn't matter. Another reason why I hate this WrestleMania build is you got two many fucking multi-man matches. Do not need to be this many fucking multi-man matches. Some people just don't deserve to be on the card. I'm sorry to tell people this. Some people just do not deserve to be on the card. They don't. I'm looking at Friday Night SmackDown. I'm saying I hear people like I said. The storyline of Dom and Finn is way more intriguing if you don't have them in a title match. Why? If you're in a title match, neither one of you sons of bitches should win the match. That's just stupid. Who fucking wins the match? Again, fans on social media, y'all are, I don't say stupid, but y'all are damn near not aware of what the fuck y'all be wanting sometimes. Y'all just be, 10 minutes ago, you wanted Austin Theory to win the fucking title. Now it's Dominic Mysterio. And then 3 months from now, it's going to be fucking Grayson Waller. Because he ain't getting his just due. None of you motherfuckers know what you want. Nobody does. I have been very open about saying make it a 6-way ladder match. I've been saying that shit since December. I knew this like when they did. When was the last January? I think no, it was January. Brian Ford Sheamus. I think for the Intercontinental Championship. Like maybe a week prior to that, I was starting to say it's gonna be Brian Breaker putting his belt. Excuse me. It'll be Brian Breaker putting his belt on the line against like 5 different people in a ladder match. And now everybody's like, oh shit, this is all leading to a ladder match. And now I'm the first person that's jumping off that bandwagon being like, that would be so stupid. That'd be stupid. We haven't seen Sheamus in weeks. So we're just gonna put Sheamus in twice. Clean, by the way. Leuven Kaiser has lost to Braun Breaker. And he just lost to Penta. Finn Balor just lost to fucking Braun Breaker. Clean. Dominic Mysterio lost to Braun Breaker in a disqualification. Logic tells me the only people that should be fighting for the title right now is the undefeated guy, which is Penta. Now, if you don't want to you don't want Penta to take a loss, all right, then that's a whole other conversation. But 9 out of 10, something's got to happen. Brian's either going to drop the belt, which I have said repeatedly. I can easily see Brian getting into the Money in the Bank briefcase match this year, going into the Money in the Bank, and maybe him and LA Knight are the two people that are the two standouts, and they are definitely probably going to win. Maybe LA Knight, you probably give the briefcase to LA Knight, but even in that sense, I don't think that's a good idea to give the briefcase to LA Knight. The best time to give LA Knight that briefcase was when he got hot. I know that Triple H felt like he owed Damian Priest that briefcase because of all the shit he went through and did for Judgment Day. I know because also what he did for Bad Bunny, who still to this day had one of the best fucking matches I've ever seen in modern time with Damian Priest in Puerto Rico. So I feel like they owed him one. But now looking back at the decision, you probably should have just gave the briefcase to fucking LA Knight. Damian Priest would have got over regardless. I know people gonna sit there and say no, he wouldn't have. Yeah, he would have. When they split the Judgment Day, he would have gotten over regardless. And that's my thing. I'm just looking at this to myself, and I'm saying to myself, LA Knight should have won the briefcase then. If he wins it now, who the fuck does he beat? You gonna have him pin John Cena? If John still has the belt? Oh, Cody Rhodes? You have him beat Cody Rhodes? I've been very open and said Jey Uso is probably gonna hold the belt until maybe SummerSlam. Maybe. If that is the case, that is the case, that Jey Uso holds the title. And I don't think Jey Uso is gonna hold his belt to fucking SummerSlam. If he holds this belt to fucking SummerSlam, something's fucking wrong with the system. But again, I don't know how Jay's gonna be as a champion. None of us do. We don't know how Jay is going to be as a champion. That's another reason why I think a lot of people are also like, oh, he just can't wrestle. Y'all don't like the matches that certain people put on any fucking way because you just don't like the person. I don't know how Jay's gonna be when he goes into SummerSlam. Nobody does. I don't think Jay should. I don't think Jay should. You know, I don't think Jay should hold the belt that long. That's just me personally. When you have people like CM Punk, and then on top of that, they might have a draft at some point. There might be a draft at some point. Um, yeah, there might be a draft at some point. I'm assuming that he's gonna do a draft. So if that is the case, we don't know who's gonna get influx to Netflix for Raw. We don't know who's gonna be on SmackDown for the USA Network. We don't know. I know Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest are not moving off of SmackDown. They just physically just got on there. But I can see Kevin Owens moving to Raw. I can see Kevin Owens get moved to Raw. I can see Kevin Owens get moved to Raw and Sami Zayn staying on Raw, and maybe even Roman Reigns getting moved to Raw, which isn't that crazy to think. If Roman Reigns gets moved to Raw, but CM Punk gets moved, set and CM Punk get moved to SmackDown, or they stay all on Raw, and you just build a whole new roster for SmackDown with way more influx of talent. You don't have to move Ray Phoenix, but you can move Penta. But I think Penta's gonna have the belt by then, so I don't know if you can move Penta because I don't think that they're gonna lock the champs in. So yeah, but you can move Ray Phoenix to Raw, and that's how you get Penta and him on the same brand. But that's the thing. There's too many multi people matches. We already got the last night they announced it finally that Roman, Seth, and CM Punk gonna fight each other at WrestleMania. Great. That shouldn't be the main event. And I explained to y'all why. That shouldn't be the main event. If it's still not gonna be for no stakes, just three people just going out there and wrestle for no fucking reason, rhyme and reason, that shouldn't be the main event. I don't give a fuck how much you can sell that story. Over the three women that will be wrestling for a title, and it's also a story. Yeah, yeah. I don't think the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship should work. Right now, I don't see how the tag team championships get put on. I'm talking about the Raw tag team championships. I don't see how the Raw tag team championships get put on WrestleMania. And if the Raw tag team championships is not put on WrestleMania, do you put the SmackDown tag team championships on WrestleMania? And as much as I fuck with the Street Profits, the tag team, and I've always said the SmackDown tag team division is better than Raw's. It just is. It's got way more tag teams, but you just don't care. You don't care about the tag team division on SmackDown. Outside of the Street Profits, if you didn't watch DIY and NXT, I'm talking about Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa when they weren't a tag team. You know how impactful that fucking rivalry was in NXT. Then you don't care about DIY. You don't. If you didn't grow up on the Motor City Machine Guns in TNA like I did, you don't know who the fuck they are. You still don't know who the fuck they are. And you're not gonna pop for them. You replaced the two dudes that's not in LWO with Largaza, and thought that just was gonna change. It thought that was about to change. You know what I'm saying? Like change, how people's gonna feel about this shit. It just this and then Pretty Deadly. Nobody knows about them on if you didn't watch NXT and know they're one of the best tag teams in NXT's history. But you don't know that shit if you didn't watch NXT. The only team you even give a remote fuck about is the Street Profits, and they're the tag team champions. And that's just truths and facts. So I don't see how SmackDown tag team titles get on the card. As much as I love LA Knight, And I love LA Knight. As much as I love LA Knight, and I love LA Knight. I don't I don't see how LA Knight gets on the card for WrestleMania. I don't see it. Now, this is where the IWC getting their feelings right here. Jimmy Uso should not be on the card at WrestleMania. He shouldn't. I get it. Well, his brother's gonna be in one of the big matches at WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. His wife is even gonna probably be on the card at WrestleMania because she actually has a fucking storyline. Last night would have been a perfect time to get Jimmy Uso into the U.S. Championship picture. But what did you do? You put him in a fucking tag team match with Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. That made no fucking sense. What the fuck does Dame 2 have anything in? What the fuck do they got in common? Outside of J teamed up with Damian Priest way back in the day. What the fuck do they have in common? Does anybody know why Jimmy Uso and fucking Damian Priest teamed up last night? Anybody? If you really wanted to make this shit work, you should have just swapped Jimmy Uso and LA Knight. Just swap them. LA Knight should have been in that tag team match with Damian Priest because he already had history with Shinsuke. He beat him just 2 weeks ago to take the belt away from him. And literally, reason why Damian Priest and Shinsuke even have problems right now is because Damian Priest went up to Nick Aldis last week and was like, "Hey, I want a match against Drew McIntyre. Where he at? It's on site when I see him." And then Shinsuke Nakamura was like, "Yo, where's LA Knight? I want to go one on one with LA Knight. I want my title back." And they were like, and that didn't happen. Again, what the fuck is the decision making behind this? Jimmy Uso had nothing to do with with fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. Why is Jimmy Uso in the fucking match last night? That didn't make any fucking logical sense. Wait, I know what you're gonna say. Well, Brandon, Jimmy Uso's in the match because him and Drew McIntyre. Oh, you mean the same Drew McIntyre that same week when LA Knight beat Shinsuke? He beat Jimmy Uso and got his win back? You mean that same reason? Swap them two out. Have LA Knight fight with Damian Priest, team with Damian Priest. You would have had a way better understanding of the storyline angle. Again, this multi-man match shit is stupid. It's dumb. Jimmy Uso isn't there yet. Not saying he isn't there as a wrestler or anything like that. Who wins the match out of him and LA Knight? LA Knight just won the belt back. Now you can use the same philosophy I've been using about Braun Breaker having to probably lose eventually. But LA Knight just won the fucking belt back. And like I just said, and like I just said, if I was LA Knight, I don't know if you win the money in the bank. What's the point now? If you win the money in the bank, who the fuck you going after? You ain't going after Jay. You ain't going after John or Cody. Maybe Gunther wins the belt back at SummerSlam or before then. I can see you go after Gunther, but then you get moved to Raw, and they need you on SmackDown. So I don't know understand logic. So you're gonna let Jimmy beat him with really no arc yet, no story, no nothing. Just it's Jimmy Uso. Just give it to him. That don't make no fucking sense. If anything, Jacob Fatu should be the one that beats him. That's really what a sense will make. But again, do you take the belt of LA Knight at WrestleMania? He just won the fucking belt. Now I can understand that's what your decision making is. Is like, and maybe you put Jacob Fatu. This is the difference between the Judgment Day being put in the title match picture and Solo and Jacob being put in the title match picture. Here's why I'm saying this. If you were to put Solo and Jacob in there, I'm be honest. This is how I feel about this. I don't think Damien and Finn. Here's the reason why I say this. Because LA Knight has not beaten Solo or Jacob. Brian has beaten Finn already in Dominic Mysterio. That's why I say it does not make any fucking logical sense to put them in a title match. Because they already fucking lost to him. LA Knight has not lost to Jacob or Solo in a one-on-one match in a minute. Finn literally just lost to Brian Breaker on fucking Raw. Dime lost to Brian Breaker on Raw a couple weeks ago. What's the point? Yeah, the multi-man matches, I don't get them. I don't understand them. Why? Not everybody belongs on a card. Now, if you're just trying to book yourself out of not having to get certain people pinned, I can see the idea. But even in that sense, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid because you just put people on the card just. They're still not winning. They still didn't win. They lost. I just don't think if you're gonna do this, man, just make it one on ones. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the multi man matches. Once you get to like two or three, it's over. Like I said about the Cody and John shit, the Cody and John situation. Cody and John, it needs another person. It needs two people. It needs more. You can't just sit there and tell me that it's just John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and we just should just be happy about that. It's gotta be more. This WrestleMania build has sucked. And we continuously tell Triple H, oh, we're gonna let you cook, we're gonna let you cook, we're gonna let you cook. I'm hungry, are y'all? I'm hungry, are you? And what you cooking don't look good at all. It looks like some shit you just throwing together. It don't look like it got seasoned. Put in it. It's like you gotta be in the oven a little longer. Like it just it just don't have nothing. It just you're just giving us this shit and just saying, hey, here it is. It's nothing. It's just oh my god. And like I said, you got one storyline that kind of is okay. I again, I am very against this. We've pretty much all seen this that Bailey was going to fight Roxanne for WrestleMania. I don't even know if that match is happening now. I don't know what the fuck is happening. That match was supposed to be passing of the torch, just like the Charlotte and Tiffany match. I don't even know if that match is happening now. It might be Bailey versus Laura Victoria. It might be Bailey versus Laura Victoria. I, I'm to the point now. I'm because you don't move Roxanne up like you did Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. You get her to that point, and then you tell her probably to. Now again, you could probably have a multi-person matchup, a triple threat match, but you just had a fucking triple threat match for the women already. You already got one. Why the fuck are we doing another one? It don't make no sense. Maybe Roxanne has one last match at NXT. Maybe she does. But who the fuck does she fight? She's not fighting Stephanie because Jordan's gonna fight Stephanie for the NXT Championship at Stand Deliver. So she's not getting that match. She's pretty much done everything in NXT. There is no last match for her. She already gave Jordan her get back. There is no last match. Julia is gone. There is no get back. What are we doing? You'll put in a match with Cora? I guess. Like have them go one on one. That'd be her last NXT match. But who goes over? Cora needs to win. Roxanne needs to win. Who the fuck goes over? I, and then you're gonna have them wrestle without a title on the line? I guess that could work. But the road was leading to Roxanne versus Bailey, and now Roxanne's back in NXT. So what the fuck was that? So now I guess you switched the plan up. Is Laura versus Bailey at WrestleMania? Because I said this shit multiple weeks. Bailey should be the one that beats Laura. Go into WrestleMania and drop the belt to Roxanne. When they didn't do that, something went fucking wrong. And now I see what it is. It's gonna be Laura versus Bailey at WrestleMania. You want to put Laura on the fucking card, but the problem with putting Laura on the card is she's the champion, and nobody cares. But the problem is the match. It's not. And I love Bailey and I love Laura, but that's not a WrestleMania match. That's a Raw before WrestleMania, maybe even a Raw after WrestleMania. That's not a WrestleMania match. Bailey and Roxanne was, and still is. But you're clearly going in another direction, and I don't know why. I don't know why. That's just stupid. I don't understand it. I don't know what you do with Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green can make her own shit. I don't know what you do with Chelsea Green. I don't know. I'm looking at this WrestleMania card. I don't even think you have enough to put a night 1 and 2 together. Everybody's so quiet talking about the who should Charlotte and Tiffany should be the opening fucking match of night 1. Get that shit over and done with. We move on. The shock happens. Boom, we're done. Night 2 main event is clearly Cody and John Cena. The night 1 main event is just whoever doesn't. The night 2 opening should be the night 2. The night 2 opening should be the night who didn't get the night 1 main event. So if you're going Cena, I mean, if you're going Punk, Seth, Roman to close out night 1, Io, Rhea, and Bianca should open night 2. They should just open night 2. Just get it over and done with. Open night 2. But again, now you have Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, which I've been said was going to happen at WrestleMania because Randy Orton took too long to come back. I knew that was going to happen at WrestleMania. I'm not too surprised by that. But that's it. That's it. Those are the matches that have been announced for WrestleMania. And we keep sitting up here and saying, well, let them cook. No, fuck that. I'm done with them letting them cook. This shit should be simmering now. We should already know. Alright, alright, alright. I don't know what you do with LA Knight at WrestleMania. They didn't even have a match at WrestleMania. Because the way it looks, it could be a 6-way tag. You're going Drew and Damian Priest. Is that night 1 and night 2? Okay. You don't have the storylines. No, Naomi and Jay is going to be on WrestleMania. Okay. I don't know what you. I don't think they have the matches and the storylines that make us care enough about night 1 and night 2. I think that's what's also fucking up this build. Is because you have 2 fucking nights and we only care about certain matches. Like I said, Charlotte and Tiffany should open up the first night. Just get that shit out the way. I don't know what you do with Jay and Gunther. You could pretty much put that shit at the middle of the fucking show on night 2 or night 1. It would not make a difference. It really wouldn't. You got 3 hours to fill. You could put that bitch at the middle of the night 1 show before Punk and Roman and Seth or Io, Bianca, and hell, fuck it. I just believe you need Punk, Roman, and Seth are gonna be the night 1 main event. Because if what I've been saying is true, I just feel like it has to happen. You have to give them a stipulation. There's no way around this shit no more. That's probably why they announced it. That's probably why they announced it. That it's going to be a stipulation at some point. It has to, man. This is not good. This is not good. And the longer this goes and the longer it takes, the longer it goes, the longer it takes, the more the holes are getting poked in the philosophy of this WrestleMania. You could put Damian Priest and Drew on night 2. But you gotta fill a card, and the only matches we know, Roman and Kevin go anywhere. Roman and Kevin Owens can go anywhere on that card. But you gotta fill a night one and night two slots. That's what 13 matches, depending on how many matches you want to run for night one and two. Let's say you put 5 matches on both nights. So Jay Gunther, Tiffany Charlotte, Punk, Seth, Roman. That's 3 matches right there for night one. Let's say you do Damian and Drew or Kevin Owens and Randy Orton night two, night one. That's 4. Let's say you do all 5 of them on night one. That's 5. And let's say you do Penta and Braun. What you do with Liv? Say Jay and Naomi, Cena, Bianca and Rhea in Charlotte. I mean Bianca, Rhea, and Io. How many matches happen on? Again, let's say you do 5 matches for night one and 6 on night two. What are we doing? You give us the matches we know: Charlotte, Tiffany, Jay Gunther, CM Punk, Roman, Seth, like I said, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest. That's 5 matches right there. That's the 5. You open up night two with Io, Rhea, and Bianca. The next match is, let's say, Gunther and Braun Breaker. The next match is, where does Liv? Where does Liv fall? Because Liv is gonna be on the card. You just gotta figure out what the fuck you do with her. Is she gonna be defending the tag team belts? Okay, if she's defending with Raquel Rodriguez, who's she fighting? Do you put Chelsea Green in that match with Piper Niven? That's another thing about last night that I truly just was like, what the fuck are you doing? The only woman that can actually even go against Chelsea Green, you had her lose to Piper Niven last night, and that's Selena Vega. So you already are showing people, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Selena Vega lost to fucking Piper Niven? For what reason? It didn't make any sense. Like, oh my god, yeah, that didn't make any psychological sense. That's the only challenger Chelsea Green really actually has on the main roster. Now, if you're gonna pull up some women from NXT to go against Chelsea Green at WrestleMania, I wouldn't be mad at it. But yeah, this storyline shit is bad. Like I said, let's say if you did like last year, I think it was like 13 matches, 12 matches, 13 matches, 7 I think on night two. No, 7 on night one, 6 on night two. I think it was something like that. It was like 12 matches, 13 matches. You don't have enough storylines that gets us that interested for that. So, like I said, 5 matches on night one, 5 matches on night two, 6 matches on night one, 6 matches on night two. That's overdoing it. That's overkill. Liv is gonna be on the card, but what you do? Jade and Naomi gonna be on the card. What do you do? What do you do with Chelsea Green? Do you put Laura Van Carey on the card with Bayley? Yeah, this WrestleMania build has sucked. It's not good, and I wish that I could sit here and lie and say it's good. It's not. TV has sucked. It's fucking sucked. TV has sucked. Eh, Yeah, TV has sucked. There's massive logic gaps in the fucking Raw and SmackDown shows, which is making the fucking build even worse because now again, like I said, you're starting to see outside of the big matches, they really don't have nothing to give us, and it's fucking bad, man. It's fucking bad, man. Last year, Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton wasn't a great build, but it was something. Sammy Gunther was a great fucking build. Great fucking build. Io and Bayley was a great fucking build. Even Rhea and, and Becky, which was okay, but it's a better build than what we expected. I, yeah. I gotta be honest now. WrestleMania 40's build was way better than this year's build. And you played the narrative of WrestleMania 41 is gonna be way better than WrestleMania 40. I can't fucking tell, dude. I can't fucking tell. And yeah, we could attribute that to The Rock, but The Rock is one of the biggest fucking people on the planet. Whenever he comes back to WWE, it's a moment. This shit is just not good. This build has sucked. You got faulty ass storylines. You got bad booking. It's fucking bad, man. It's just so stupid. I'm trying to be like, oh man, we got time, and no, the fuck we don't. We are literally 29 days away from this shit, and I don't think they have not one single fucking clue of what the fuck they're doing. Like I said, you pull a rabbit out the hat. You got us to shut the fuck up for a week about this shit, and you went right back to fucking cruise control. You went right back to fucking cruise control. You you went right back to fucking cruise control because you got people to shut the fuck up about John Cena turning heel. That's it. Some title changes. Whoop de fucking do. That's it. We need more, bro. What the fuck are you doing? This shit is bad, man. This shit is bad. People gonna lie. They gonna blow smoke up your asses. I ain't one of them people, man. This fucking build has sucked. And it ain't getting better. That's the crazy part. It's not getting better. They're gonna throw some random ass matches together just because they believe that they need to put everybody on the card. And that's another thing. The IWC fans, these people that do call themselves wrestling fans, they don't know shit. They don't know a fucking thing. They are fucking fanboys. And 2 months later, they don't even like that fucking wrestler no more. Stop listening to these fucking people on social media. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. These are the same fucking people crying about Austin Theory losing. Why? What? You should have saw his fucking downfall coming at WrestleMania 39. Like I fucking told y'all. Come on, man. Like this shit is fucking embarrassing. This fucking build sucks. It fucking sucks. And I've been trying to be like, nah, it got time. No, the fuck it don't. It got 29 days. The Rock need to come back to build that fucking Cody John Cena story. That shit is whatever. Friday Night SmackDown continuously just shit in the fucking bed left and right. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? 29 days. And in 29 days, we have 2 nights. I gotta fucking record episodes off this shit. And I have not one fucking ounce of me give a single solitary fuck about this build. I do not care about this build. This build sucks. It sucks. Fuck, dude. Like, god damn. Like, WrestleMania should not be like this. This shit shouldn't be this bad. Even last year, with all the fuck ups happening last year, with injuries and shit, it wasn't this fucking bad. It wasn't this fucking bad. This fucking WrestleMania build with all your fucking healthy horses. Everybody's there. And it still fucking sucks. It sucks. And then there's no turning this shit. We'll see. This week, we shall see. But these last couple weeks have fucking sucked. Have fucking sucked. I'll be back next week to talk about wrestling life. But until then, man, I'm BrandonJaneau. Peace.